Kobe or LeBron?
I'm just going to do this for the sake of this show. I'm going to say LeBron because I know LeBron got mad at Stephen A. for putting him behind Jordan. He might take away my Ohio residency if I put him behind Kobe. So what he has done will stand against anyone, but I couldn't be mad at a list that goes Jordan, LeBron, Kobe.
As far as how the Browns are now settled for the year, is that like we good now? It's going to be
no.
We're not.
Joe Flacco's 65, man.
Who's got a better chance of being successful, Gabriel or Shedeur?
Gabriel would have a better chance of being successful if the backup behind him's name wasn't Shedeur Sanders. Because Gabriel, when he gets in, he's going to struggle. And the people know that Shedeur is behind him. So it's just a matter of, okay, let's get through him and get to Shedeur. Jerry, going back to his old days, but to me, this really put a stake in the heart of the vampire. And this decision right here, more than anyone, will prevent him from holding up that Lombardi Trophy for the 4th time.
All right, guys, welcome to Fully Loaded, episode 65. I'm Sean Mike. I got Cris Carter with me here. How you doing, man?
Good, bro. How are you?
I'm doing well, but before I'm gonna let you call me. Wouldn't you call me blockhead, stupid when I do stupid shit? Is it blockhead? It was something else about my head. What was it? Big.
Yeah, well, you do have a big head.
I do a big head,
and it is bald.
And I do some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you.
You look like you could be an enforcer for our hockey team.
I'm ready right now. I don't have to skate that fast, but I'll enforce if we can fight in the stands, not on the ice.
Over 50.
So over
hockey.
50. If there's any auditions out there, over 50 hockey enforcer, I'm in. Just let me know where to sign up. I'll show up. So this weekend, here's what I decided to do, college football wise. Let me tell you what I decided to do. Let me tell you what I decided to do, and you tell me. We
might need divine intervention for this.
We do. Now he won't. Now here's this is an NFL Hall of Fame. He's like, I won't talk about the game. He don't play with it. He's weird like that. So I'll be talking about. So he's Ohio State. I bet against your Buckeyes.
Good.
Yeah, because I helped y'all. I probably made
that all year.
So I took Texas. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Then I took Clemson. God bless America. Then I took Notre Dame. Yep. You know what I should have put all my money on? Ole Miss. I took them. They were fine. They covered. They killed Georgia State. They done me.
Yeah, well, but that's off Broadway though. But go ahead.
That's off Broadway, but I should have stayed off Broadway. That's what I should have done.
Especially early in the season. Those top 10 matchups, man, you don't know what's going to happen. Besides, which I told you, Ohio State and Texas, both of them will have a top 5, top 10 defense. It will be a low-scoring game. So take the under. You can't rely on Arch. You can't rely on Justin Saying. These guys haven't played enough football, but there's a lot of NFL players out there, and both their defense is going to be very good.
I took Baylor, all Broadway. That didn't work out for Auburn. Who would think Auburn would win a game? You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, they went to Baylor and won, so good for them. Maybe they're trending up. But talk to us about Arch Manning. Let's start. I want to know you watched the game. Obviously, you saw it. What'd you think about the performance there?
Well, for the first 3 quarters, he just looked like an average quarterback, college quarterback. And you got to give a lot of credit to Matt Patricia and Ohio State. Now, Ohio State, their national championship team, they lost 8 defenders off that team that all started for 3 years. Now he shuts down Arch in Texas with all the explosive players they have and Sark in the first game of the season, his first game in college football. I mean, they did some blitz looks that I was like, who's coming? Who's dropping into coverage? Like, it was some of the most exotic New England Patriots stuff that has come to the NFL.
Yeah.
And going against a pro-style offense like that, it was very, very effective. It was an old-school knockdown, drag-out. One turnover basically makes the difference in the game. Ohio State had a huge goal line stand where no one can do the Philly tush-push but Philly.
No.
And
Arch ain't Jalen. I mean, like,
no, but he's supposed to be the best athlete in the family. They were showing all these clips of him running and everything.
Running down a sideline, somebody chased him, not quads like Jalen squat a truck where you just get behind him. That dude's going to stand up. I watch these quarterbacks. I'm like, dude, who thinks this is going to work?
And that was a huge difference in the game. Ohio State stopping them inside the 5-yard line, stopping them at the goal line. First and goal.
So it was early, so Sark was that conservative with him. I mean.
Well, I'm going to take you back to the national championship game. They only scored 14 points in that game. So in 8 quarters, Texas, big bad Texas, scored 21 points against Ohio State. So I like my odds with Ohio State against anybody in college football.
So you're good. You're feeling real good about the Buckeyes this year.
I knew they were going to be good. It's just a matter of when they were going to get their quarterback up to speed.
Yeah.
I knew their running backs would be adequate enough. And Ohio State took care of the football, played very, very conservative. But you'll see over the next several games, they're going to open it up because their wide receiver core is too explosive.
Yeah.
And this is kind of one of the things that Ryan Day and I talked about this offseason when I went to visit Ohio State and watch them practice for a week. They believe that they can go on a run. They believe if everything's equal with NIL and things like that, that they can win a couple of these college football national championships over the next several years.
Oh, it looks like they're off to a hell of a good start. Hey, where rankings are out? Are they? I mean, they're obviously number one. Where did Texas fall to?
Texas should probably still be in the top 5 with that type of matchup, especially early in the season. But when it comes down to selection, this gives Ohio State a huge leg up because this year they're not going conference champions.
Yeah.
They're going the highest 4 ranked teams. Those are going to be the teams that have the bye. Now, the teams that had the bye last year, it didn't work out for them. All of them lost.
Correct. But they didn't earn them. Yeah, they were conference champions. They weren't.
Yeah, and they had all that time off. So now how do you manage that time? But huge win for the Buckeyes. They'll start the season. Huge win for Ryan Day. I think Ryan Day has won 6 straight games against a top 5 opponent.
It's funny how fast things change, bro. Year and change, everybody's calling for his head. Everybody losing their mind. Which you did say he was a good coach. You did say everybody got to relax. You did say they're going to be fine.
No, but you have to take into account. But we're not going to forget the Michigan.
No.
Like, he is a great coach.
Correct.
But if you're going to be in that spot right there, you're going to have to beat Michigan.
What happens if they don't beat Michigan this year?
Oh, we keep moving.
We keep moving. All right. Now, how about what? I also made sure that Florida State won because I took Alabama.
Wow.
Where are we at with Alabama? Is Alabama this is what we're going to see from Alabama moving forward?
Well, in all the time that Nick Saban, I think he was there 17 years. And, Drew, you have to look that up. How many years was Nick Saban in Alabama? Nick Saban lost 4 games to unranked teams. Now, this guy has been there 14 games, and he's already lost 4 games to unranked teams.
That's crazy.
Unranked. Alabama.
The Tide. Roll Tide. Good call. Right on the butt.
And doing that right there, it lets you know that Nick Saban never had Alabama playing down. Like, they always played up and they were consistent. But what I'm really concerned about Alabama is, when they went to Caitlin DeBoer and, West Coast, Pac-12, how much defense is he used to playing?
None.
And like, how really physical, like,
they're not.
Because I think what he is teaching and what he's taught in Washington, it made him successful, that won't work in the SEC.
Right.
And it's not what Nick Saban, Kirby Smart, and the other guys in the SEC, LSU, what they're teaching. Florida, like, there's a different brand of physicality. And I have not seen that with Alabama in one season in one game with the new coach.
How about LSU Clemson? What'd you think coming out of that game?
I thought it really kind of helped save the coach's career there.
Okay.
Because, he's been getting off to awful start since he's been there. And, the inability to be able to win the SEC, since he's been there. They got a brutal schedule.
Yeah.
But I think this is probably the best team that he's had since he's been there. They'll get off to a real start, in what they call the other Death Valley there in Clemson. Huge game. Huge win, huge back and forth, but it looks like now they got some dudes, some transfers on that defense at LSU, and, man, you got to be able to stop people. Man.
Dude, did you watch the game, like the whole game? Did you watch it?
Yes.
My buddy texted me, and I think it was 40 from LSU. I could be wrong. He's like, bro, what is that dude on? Linebacker.
Number 7, too.
The
middle linebacker.
They're going to kill somebody, bro.
Man,
I was like, bro, they are beyond fired up. Whatever they're doing, whatever they're on, whatever they're rolling with, stay out of the way.
Yes.
They would run through a brick wall to get to you the other night.
Really good. Very impressive.
Big win for Miami. Coach taking a lot of heat. Notre Dame got a great program. Come down to Miami. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that? What do you think about the Canes this year?
I can't remember last time they had a big win like this. Like, this is the biggest win, to my mind, that Miami's had in a long time. And their overall ability to be physical on their defense and get after the quarterback, they got some athletes in that front 7. And it's really, really good to see them be able to play that type of defense, which you haven't been able to see them play consistently the last, decade or so. So, yes, Miami is definitely back. I had Notre Dame as a favorite in that game with all the returning players they had coming back. But Notre Dame, don't forget, they lost early in the season a couple years ago, last year, and end up still making it to the dance. So, they got their work cut out for them, but Notre Dame will be in the college football playoff.
Well, it's funny.
Automatic.
And then Colorado, Georgia Tech, off-Broadway game. But, did you watch that game? Were you able to watch that game live?
I did.
Okay. You see the quarterback, Salter, kid that was from Liberty, transferred over to Colorado. You played for a long time, and he missed a lot of throws, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm watching the game late. That's the clip I think you were telling me about, where he had a couple dudes wide open. And, if me and you were here, throw me the ball, and he go out and start telling them where they should have been, the whole deal. He was at Liberty, obviously had a hell of a year 2 years ago from what I understand, and didn't have a great year last year.
He got hurt last year.
What do you think about their chances with him running that offense this year in Colorado?
Colorado's going to take a step back. I have to look at their schedule and everything, but I don't really think they're a contender for the Big 12. Like when you lose the type of players that they lost in Shedeur being the quarterback, starting there 2 years, and, no one else got any reps in the system. So even though they do get a veteran quarterback to come over, they were dependent on the young kid from California, one of the top recruits quarterback. But obviously the transfer beat him out. But you have to replace 3 players on Colorado. Shedeur, the quarterback, who should have been a first-round pick. Everyone knows that. Mm-hmm. And then you got to replace Travis Hunter, All-American defensive back. And then there's another, you got to replace his brother, Travis Hunter, All-American
Junior, the wide receiver. Yeah.
So
3 and 2.
That's a real problem.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people didn't realize was Colorado lost 4 receivers to the NFL.
I didn't realize that
all
either.
Guys, all of them in the NFL.
I didn't realize that.
All of them.
I saw the other day. I didn't realize that they had many quality guys at wide receiver.
Yes, and that helps Shedeur be able to put up the type of stats. But, they are in a not slight rebuilding, but they're not nearly as talented as they were with those 3 players, Travis, and Shedeur.
It'd be a tough year without Travis and Shedeur. All right, so we talked about Micah Parsons. Looks like a lot of folks are wrong. They did trade him to the Green Bay Packers. Tell us about that. Before I read all these quotes from everybody else, I want to know, how did that happen? Why did that happen? And is that a good move for the Cowboys?
Just like you do, at the end of the day, it's about the money.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry couldn't see himself paying Micah Parsons upwards of 40-something million and then also paying Dak Prescott over $50 million. You got $90 million, 33% of what the cap's going to be in 2 players. And Jerry makes a good point. People say, Jerry's losing it. He's a little senile, Now, he made an excuse of it, but they should have been trying to correct this, the whole offseason. Your run defense. Your run defense is pitiful. And you got Philadelphia and Washington in the conference. These dudes are going to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So the inability to be able to stop that, then try to use that as an escape, as an excuse for Michael Parsons. No, Jerry Jones had a deal with Michael Parsons, a handshake deal this offseason. Michael Parsons took that deal to his agent, and his agents basically told him, you should have never authorized that. You should have never signed off on that. That's a bad deal for you. And it was a 5-year deal, so he would have been, it's a 6-year contract. He got 1 year left, his option year, and then 5 more. So 6 years, been like, man, you don't know where you'll be in 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And where the money
where the market will
be. The salary cap. Yes, like guys could be making $80 million by then.
Correct.
So this was the really only solution because Michael came up with the mystery back. Because if you're going to come up with an injury, either your neck, your back, or your brain, because they're
hard to prove?
Yes. Yes.
It's based on how you feel.
Yes.
I can't prove it. I can't prove you're telling
I
the truth
can do
or
like
lying.
this all of a sudden. Hey, Chris, something wrong with your neck? Yep.
Can't do the knee.
Yeah.
They'll look at the knee.
I'll leave right out of here and I'm out playing golf. When I show up over at the facility,
this is the neck. There you go. So he had the magical back.
Oh, yeah. And then you're cleared. Oh, I'll go see another doctor. Let me get another reference.
Tells me I ain't cleared.
Yeah, I'm going to get somebody to contradict what he just said. Mm-hmm. So that when it came to that, and then they knew he wasn't going to be ready for Philadelphia, like, this season's lost. Mm-hmm. Like, let me see what I can get for him. And it's a bad deal because if that was the philosophy, you should have done this in April.
Exactly.
Guys like Micah Parsons don't get on the market. Okay, so imagine Jerry calling 31 other teams. Hey, you want Micah Parsons?
Cool.
Be like, yeah, what do you want, Jerry? Yeah. Jerry, I want a defensive player, which they got one in Kenny Clark. Okay, he's on the last year of his contract. So they're going to have to pay him. But, man, you know what people would have been doing? Other people.
Anything they could have.
Chicago, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Buffalo. And I'm not going to trade with someone in the NFC, and I'm not going to trade with a team that I believe is going to be drafting anywhere from 25 to 32.
Correct.
Like, you got there are no Micah Parsons at the end of the first round, bro. That's why when you drafted him where you drafted him as a stand-up linebacker, converted him down to a defensive end, I got 50 sacks in 4 years. Why wouldn't you pay him? You drafted him.
Correct.
You draft kids so that they grow up, and when they grow up, you got to pay them because that's the whole process. Oh, I'm getting ready to draft them. I'm getting ready to develop them, and then I'm getting ready to pay them. And Jerry, because of what happened, and also Dak Prescott, and also realizing, man, my team's going to be lopsided. It's going to be based on these two players that I have and my overall lack of flexibility in building a competent roster. Other teams are doing it, but Dallas can't do it. Other teams got quarterbacks getting $50 million. Both teams in the Super Bowl last year, both their quarterbacks are making over $50 million, and they got talent around them, guys making money. Why can't Dallas do it? Because Jerry is trying to do it off the old model. And for him to say this is the Herschel Walker trade, he's insane.
Correct. I know.
I end up going to Minnesota after the Herschel Walker trade. And I know all the players that were involved in the Herschel Walker trade and all the draft picks. This is not even in the same stratosphere. And Herschel Walker was an above-average player. Above average. He was not a great pro player. Now, people like, he returns kicks. You don't draft a Heisman Trophy to return kicks. Not unless he's Desmond.
Correct. And that's what he does.
That's what he does.
Correct.
You don't turn your star running back.
Correct.
Franchise running back, you trade all these picks.
Into a returner. Yeah.
No. So Jerry, old school, going back to his old days. But to me, this really put a stake in the heart of the vampire. Like, Jerry will not win a Super Bowl before he passes away.
Well, that was already a foregone conclusion.
Well, you are a collection of your decisions. And this decision right here, more than any one, will prevent him from holding up that Lombardi Trophy for the fourth time.
Which is insane because even when he paid Dak what he paid Dak, there was a price to pay eventually for paying Dak what you paid Dak.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay that price late. You can
Correct.
pay that price early.
But to your point, as a businessman, if you started calling everybody, what he would have gotten, I agree with you. And even it's funny because I read something a long time ago where he said this. And I used it. I was like, Jerry Jones said, don't let your money. Because every time I heard Jerry Jones talk, I was like, anybody can get rich in America. That's what I thought when I heard him. And I like that. I was like, wait a minute. That dude got rich. And I was like, cool, I like that. That makes me believe that people can go make money because I wasn't blown away like, oh, my God, he's unbelievably superior in these ways.
What you're really trying to say is dumb people can make a lot of money.
100%.
It's encouraging.
And it's encouraging. And you know what he said? Don't let your money get emotional. I was like, that ain't a complicated thing, but that makes sense to me. But it's like, you got to ride with your own advice, though, forever, bro. And at the end of the day, it's like, had he come out and said, hey, man, I just didn't, I couldn't put that money into that two players. I just couldn't. I couldn't see myself doing it. I'm calling around, hey, Tom, it's not that he ain't the great. Listen, there ain't many Micahs out there. I can't see myself paying two dudes that. You guys all got till whatever day to give me your best and final. We're going to go through it with some folks, and we're going to take it. That would have worked. And the Cowboys would have been excited. They would have gotten a plethora of players, and God knows what would have happened. But to your point, you put yourself against the wall, and then you desperately had to grab one dude as 1 year. That's how that was asked. 1 year.
Yeah, he might not sign with the Cowboys.
He might not.
And guess what? If you ever do get on a journey to the Super Bowl, guess who you're going to have to see?
The Green Bay Packers.
Ooh.
I can promise you I wouldn't trade him in the NFC. Yeah, I wouldn't see him until I went to a Super Bowl. Ain't no way I'm giving him to somebody else. And it's the Packers Cowboys.
If the Packers are giving me 4 first-rounders, 3 first-rounders, they've given me a couple good players and multiple picks besides those 2 first-rounders, then I'm going to keep them in the – but I know I can get that in the AFC.
Right. So why not get it there? All right, so let me ask you this. This is – and who knows if there's any credibility here. Sports Illustrated's Albert Breer, and he basically said that one of the reasons they paid CD, paid Dak, a few other folks, is that – Parsons is egotistical and self-centered, according to the people in the locker room. Martin, Lamb, Prescott are very popular in the locker room. Greer wrote, that's not the case of Parsons, who's rankled teammates in different ways, seen by some as egotistical, self-centered, and his podcast has created issues as well. Have you heard anything, any truth to that at all?
Yes, I've heard the same thing. And when Adam Schefter starts mentioning stuff like that, I do believe it played a role.
Okay.
He's also a player that has made comments about Jerry and how they run the team and how they sell these admission tickets so people can be in the building, and it's inconvenient to the players when they're trying to go about doing their job Monday through Saturday. There's other people, fans, in the building taking tours and everything that makes it inconvenient for the Cowboys players. No other team has that in sports where they're selling visits during the week where you can come and get a glimpse.
Jerry's world.
So I have heard that, and his podcast has been a problem because he's very opinionated on there. Mm-hmm. And he has said things about his players. He said things about other people in the league. And it's tough to be involved in the broadcast business, journal business, journalistic business, or in the podcast business. And where do you stand the game? Like, what's going to be your image? I mean, you're making $45 million on the field, like.
Correct.
You know, so to me, I can understand if you want to have a voice out there and there's some ways to be able to do it, but that's it. That's a real Albert Beers is a real source.
Okay.
I know him very, very well. He's not going to put out information unless he's got the goods on it. Now, typically, stuff like that, what'll happen now is Jerry and other people will allow stuff to leak out into the media. But when you're playing, because I played with players like this, they don't say anything, till they get traded. Mm-hmm. And then that's when they start hearing, Randy Moss stuff. Oh, really?
Well, it's a backlash.
Brett Favre stuff. Oh, really? Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Oh,
here's
really?
one of the reasons we had to get rid of him. Yeah. We didn't want to. It's played a part in it as well. Y'all are beating me up now, but, hey, he was a self-centered egotistical dude. Yes. Didn't want to be here. What'd you want me to do? But like you said, they'll go to the mat for him when he's there.
Typically, Jerry's guys like that. Michael Irvin. That's 100% his profile. Mm-hmm. Him and Jerry get along well. Mm-hmm. But when you're saying stuff and when Jerry can't control your voice, see, because Michael Irvin and them, they never say stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Troy Aikman and them, they don't say stuff. Emmett and them, that's Jerry. That's our guy. He took care of us, and we not gonna, let everybody look inside.
We're gonna protect him. Yeah,
because he always has protected us.
Correct. To take care of us. All right. So your Vikings, Adam Thielen was traded to the Vikings for multiple draft picks on Wednesday. 2 teams trade, conditional 26 7-round draft pick, 27 5th round exchange for a 26 5th round. So, and then I guess right when he got there, renegotiated his contract, has helped out his new team revise his contract. Is Adam Thielen going to help the Vikings early with their wide receiver?
No, absolutely. And he has experience with KO, the head coach there too. So he was there before he went to, it was Justin Jefferson's show. Mm-hmm. So he's always been a sidekick, a side piece, Stephon Diggs and him. But he's had a good career. Mm-hmm. And to be able to come back to Minnesota in front of those fans that love him. I mean, his story starts in Minnesota. He always wanted to be a Viking. And now to be able to come back home and compete for a Super Bowl with this team probably be the best team he's been on with the Vikings.
Really?
Yes. So he lives right there in the area. He works out there in the off season. Actually, when me and Justin Jefferson were working out before training camp this season, Adam Thielen was there. He was at the field. He's got great relationships with Vikings players, Vikings quarterback coach, Josh McCown. So, there's a lot of – this is not a normal trade.
Got it.
He's going back home. He's going to be sleeping at his house.
Got it.
His kids, you see the video of his kids. His kids were so happy going back to Minnesota. He's like, Dad got traded. Okay, we're going today? we shouldn't go to school, Mom. The two boys are like, we shouldn't go to school, Mom.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's a good fit. He can play in the slot. He can play outside. And with Jordan Addison being suspended for the first 3 games, he gives a young quarterback in J.J. McCarthy a security blanket because he's very dependable. Route depth, where he's going to be, the indicators he gives to the quarterback, and playing opposite of Justin Jefferson. That's a cool deal.
Yeah.
At this point in his career.
I bet it is.
Getting all them double coverage and everything. So he'll bring a lot of good energy. Great guy off the field, too. Mm-hmm. Great leader in the locker room. And this is one of those kind of things, man, be careful how you treat people. Because when he left Minnesota, didn't say one bad thing. That ownership and the coach and everything, they make a trade to bring him back because they know that he's coming back with the right stuff in that locker room. Doesn't mind being the second, third, or fourth best receiver that they would have there by the end of the season. But it just fortifies them, give them another weapon. You get late in December, you get on a playoff run, you got another dependable guy that JJ and TJ Hawkinson, all these players that they have, Aaron Jones, all these players you have to defend. The Vikings are a real team.
Yeah.
They got a real squad, and adding someone like Adam Thielen, given that Naylor, the third receiver, might be hurt, little hand injury, and then, they're definitely going to miss Jordan Addison. He's just coming into his own, and he's getting ready to have a breakout year when he comes back off the 3-game suspension.
Okay. All right. So, obviously, the Titans love Cam Ward. Great preseason. They named him one of their captains. So I was reading a call. First of all, they have 7 captains. Is that too many? And do you think it's odd for a dude that's never played a game in the NFL to be named captain despite being quarterback?
I don't think so. I think that he's the type of leader, and they voted him. From the time they drafted him, they told him this is your franchise. Mm-hmm. And you could see some altercations he got into with the defensive superstar Simmons, the defensive tackle. And those are the types of things that help you win over your teammates. But from everything I've heard and seen, people around the league, man, he is a super, super positive guy. No, I don't mind the quarterback being a captain. In my second year in Philadelphia, I was voted captain. So my second and third year in Philadelphia, I was captain there as a very, very young player with a lot of veterans.
So players voted?
I can't remember in Philly how they did it. I think Buddy did it. I don't see Buddy leaving it up to the players.
How about Minnesota?
In Minnesota, we rotated the captains, but then we had a standard committee of guys who would go to the coaches for different things.
Got it.
Yeah.
Like lobbyists.
Yeah. I don't really ever want to be the team captain. I'll do it for a game, but I just don't want to have to go out there every time for the coin toss, mess up my routine. There's nothing you gain from it. There's no advantage to it. These dudes know who they listening to. Yeah. You don't have to put no seal.
You don't got to put on the no. They know during the game.
No, they know.
They got it.
Yeah, they know.
It ain't Pee Wee football. They got it. Everybody growing up. All right. So Dillon Gabriel, obviously, as everybody knows, is the backup behind Flacco. The news doesn't come as a surprise. Gabriel starting the team's second preseason game. Kenny Pickett no longer there. As far as how the Browns are now settled for the year, is that we good now? It's going to be
no.
We're not. Okay.
Joe Flacco's 65, man.
Okay. You think so? When Joe
that doesn't
Flacco
settle one argument.
So Gabriel will get the nod if Joe don't perform.
He'll get the first chance.
What do you think? What do you think about his chance of success with his chance, Gabriel? Who's got a better chance of being successful, Gabriel or Shedeur?
Gabriel would have a better chance of being successful if the backup behind him's name wasn't Shedeur Sanders.
Okay.
Because Gabriel, when he gets in, he's going to struggle. Mm-hmm. And the people know that Shedeur is behind him. Mm-hmm. So it's just a matter of, okay, let's get through him and get to Shedeur.
Okay.
So I don't think the Browns fans will be fair. Now, in every city, the most popular quarterback is the backup, except in Cleveland. It will be the third team.
In every city, say it again.
In every city,
yeah.
The favorite quarterback is the backup, unless you got a superstar. If you got Patrick Mahomes, you got Josh, you got Jalen, You got Lamar and them. Their fans are not clamoring.
Because the backup quarterback can't do nothing wrong. He's just there.
Because fans, that's what they always think. Well, let's just change the quarterback.
It'll fix everything.
It'll do everything.
Got it.
No.
So now it'll be, let's change quarterback. Quarterback. Let's put Shedeur in.
Yes.
So now our favorite's going to be our third guy.
Right. You see what they did in Carolina? They benched the first-round pick. Eventually, they had to come back to him.
Correct.
Because that's what fans are crazy, fanatical. Like, they are always cheering when this guy comes in. But in the pro football, it's going to be Shedeur. So anything that he does that is not extraordinary, and it's hard to play under those circumstances, he's going to have to play ridiculously well for them not to go to Shedeur. Because the pressure, the booing, the communication, what they're going to be saying, Cleveland is not a 500 football team. Mm-hmm. So how many games are they going to give Joe Flacco? 6?
Maybe.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first month and a half of the season, and then it's going to be who's better.
So you don't think Gabriel's going to handle that pressure well with Shedeur behind him?
I think Shedeur is a better player. I don't think they have the weapons and everything to protect him. I think he's got some shortcomings. Mm-hmm. You know, I do think he can be an NFL quarterback, but he's not been drafted in the right situation.
Got it.
You know, it's like Kirk Cousins. When Kirk Cousins got drafted behind RG3, I thought Kirk Cousins could be a pro quarterback. But when's he going to get the opportunity?
Correct.
RG3 was rookie of the year. Then he gets hurt. Then Kirk Cousins gets a chance.
Mm-hmm.
But if people would have never been cheering for Kirk Cousins if RG3 was hurt. I mean, if he wasn't hurt. Because then he can come back. They'd be cheering for RG3 to come back in there.
Correct.
So now in Cleveland.
That's interesting. I like that. The home team, that's your favorite player, the
Yes.
quarterback, unless he's a star. Okay.
Yes.
But again, as a fan, the quarterback is involved in everything. So it's easy to say if we change him, it will get better.
Yes.
Especially when you watch him make some bad. I mean, dude, I'm watching the other day and some guy was mentioning Arch Manning. I'm like, dude, it's like the second quarter. Whew. Take a breath, bro. Relax. It's a second freaking quarter. And also, to your point, how damn good is that defense? Like, that's the thing. I was watching the game the other day. My buddy's like, they need to take this guy out. I said, dude, do you see the pitches he's making? Mm-hmm. The dudes he's playing, the Brewers are loaded. They don't miss a lot. And they bring in 4 more pitches, like same result, same result, same result. These guys are locked in. They're hitters 1 through 9. What are you going to do? You know, but so you think Shedeur, what are the chances we see Shedeur starting games this season? You think it's going to be Flacco because he's 65, not for long. Gabriel, you think is going to cave because of who's behind him and Shedeur will be playing?
Shedeur's going to get a chance to play.
Okay.
In October, November, he's going to get a chance to play.
Okay.
I've always thought that from the beginning, and I do believe that's going to happen.
Okay.
The only way Flacco can stay in there, because they can bench you with good numbers too, with decent numbers if the team's not winning, because they can make up their own. Last year, Justin Fields with Pittsburgh, he had them in great position. They were like, Russell Wilson's ready.
Right.
Oh, he's ready to go.
Yeah.
So they're going to give Joe a chance, but they didn't expect it to be this way. They were expecting Kenny Pickett to be the starter. But he was hurt, couldn't get in the offense. Joe looked so much better than them. So then they had to trade Kenny because they drafted the other 2 guys.
Any chance they trade one of those 2 guys?
No, it's too late now.
Okay.
Like, it's too late. It's too late for all that. No chance.
So they're there. The 3 of them are going to be there all season long.
Even if someone wanted Shedeur and would trade a 3rd or a 4th round pick for him, Cleveland would be stupid because they don't have a quarterback of the future. Why would I trade that away when I'm just going to take that pick and try to draft another quarterback?
And they don't think Gabriel's a quarterback of the future.
Well, we're going to find out.
Correct. But they're not sure.
This is the thing. They don't have to make that decision. The guy's only a 3rd round pick.
I know.
So we got a 3rd rounder and a 5th rounder with draft capital. Man, we can let this thing play out. And next year I can draft whoever I want to. Mm-hmm. Next year's going to be a good year for quarterbacks.
People are talking about the Browns. They will watch the games. They will tune in.
If you are in a quarterback situation, the Browns should be in the part of the conversation. Yeah.
And they are every day.
Yes, the last 20 years they've been part of the quarterback conversation in the NFL. 20 years.
All right, so just because I've always followed this guy's career, and he's named starter again. I don't even know, where was he at before he went to South Carolina? Rattler, Spencer Rattler. So now he's starting over Tyler Show. Head coach Kellen Moore named Rattler quarterback over the rookie. Is that a surprise to you at all? And do you think Spencer Rattler can be a good NFL quarterback?
I think that's a good question, but I do think the appropriate answer is we need to see more.
Okay.
Because they don't have the offensive firepower around him to be able to support him. The Saints are rebuilding. I don't think he's a legitimate NFL starting quarterback. Like, I don't think if he's your starting quarterback, you can go to the playoffs.
Got it.
Now, in that division, Carolina, young quarterback. We know with Baker Mayfield, and the reason why Tampa is the favorite. Atlanta, Michael Pence, young quarterback. So that is the division to be in if you have a quarterback problem. Mm-hmm. But I don't look at him as the future for the Saints. I believe Tyler Shough, the kid from Texas A&M, is going to beat him.
Got it. All right, well, I don't want you to take this too hard, but Tommy DeVito got released by the Giants. They got Wilson, Winston, and Dart. Leaves them with those quarterbacks. I'm assuming
DeVito got claimed. I think
he got claimed by the Patriots.
Okay,
bro.
nice.
So
him and his agent.
He's still in. I want to make sure he's still in.
His agent showed up with the top hat, the fedora on.
Can you imagine those negotiations?
No, there's no negotiation. We can claim your contract.
No, but I'm saying if he wasn't, that kid negotiating for me.
And I love to see him negotiate with Mike Vrabel because Mike Vrabel's not about that.
He don't play that game.
No, there's a clip where someone was doing a training camp interview of Vrabel, and they asked him, what's one of your pet peeves? He was like, like when I go to the grocery store and people park in the handicap, and I call them out on it. Like, you look pretty healthy. What are you doing parking here? You know, he's a big dude.
He is a big dude. So, and that is bad. You shouldn't park in that.
No.
Bad juju for you. It's really bad.
Oh, man. And having him, an NFL coach, confront you about it, like, he's a real dude.
Yeah, he's all good.
Yeah, he is.
He don't play that game.
Yeah.
All right.
So I wouldn't, if I'm the agent or him, I wouldn't approach him about playing time or contract, anything like that.
Good advice, Tommy, and the guy with the top hat. All right. So here's Bleacher Report has 7 of the NFL's most shocking blockbuster deals. And I want to see where you think Micah Parsons would play in this. I'm going to give you 7 from 1. Mm-hmm. The 7 least shocking to the most shocking, according to Bleacher Report. Raiders deal Randy Moss for proverbial pennies. One of the greatest wide receivers to grace an NFL field. In 2007, Las Vegas, then Oakland Raiders decided the future Hall of Famer wasn't proven to be a good investment. So you want to talk about that one first?
Well, the problem with that one is it wasn't a bad trade based on how he was playing.
Okay.
Like, he had given up playing. He wasn't running hard. He wasn't. Okay. And he was so happy to get out of there, he told the Patriots, man, I'll take less money. Bill Belichick took him up on it, no problem.
That's the kind of deal I like.
Yeah, don't never say that.
Then he went to New England and played.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so the only reason why it's in there is not because of where he was as a player and Al Davis did something stupid. Is what he did afterwards.
Correct. Which he did. But he wasn't willing to do that with the Raiders.
No,
he wanted out.
And he couldn't do that.
Because of who they had.
Yes.
Personnel. Okay.
Yes.
Browns swing and miss on Deshaun Watson. At the time, Watson just skipped a full season. Houston Texans faced 23 lawsuits to get Watson in the 2024 sixth-round. Drake goes on and on about the picks they got. What do you think about it? That's the sixth worst.
That's got to be higher.
I know.
There's no way that
they got 5 more. They're supposed to be higher.
There's no way there's 5 worse trades than Deshaun Watson with a fully guaranteed contract. He's got 24 lawsuits of rubbing it. I mean, he's on the table, but supposedly he was wanting more than what they were offering. Whatever the menu was, his menu was very, very different than the menu of the masseuse.
No.
And you gave him a fully guaranteed, fully, never been done in NFL contract before.
Okay.
And it was so bad that all the owners called each other and said, listen, you dumbass, don't nobody do that shit again.
No more. We ain't doing that shit. Okay. Well, then these are going to be anticlimactic because you already decided, but I got 5 more.
Go ahead. No.
Raiders trade Khalil Mack in his prime. The deal saw the Bears send 2019 and 21st round draft picks along with a 19 sixth rounder and a 2020 third rounder to the Raiders for Mack. At the time, Mack had just wrapped up his 4th season and had 40.5 sacks on his resume, was a 2-time first-team All-Pro, and named 2016 Defensive Player of the Year.
And the reason why that one shouldn't be on there was because the Khalil Mack, it worked for the Raiders. It didn't work for Chicago. Chicago didn't get nothing. What'd they do? They ain't have no playoff run.
Okay.
Like, people forgot Khalil Mack played for the Bears.
Well, I remember he played for Barrett, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. He's dude, but yeah.
Right, it's not like Randy Moss.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Like, immediately that the team.
I'll always remember Randy Moss played for the Patriots.
Yes.
Always. All right. Rams trade Eric Dickerson in season. 87 traded running back. Dickerson was surprised for some reason similar to those of the Parsons deal. At the time, Dickerson had just turned 27, led the league rushing 3 times, and had just been the 86th offensive player of the year. Goes on to say what they got for him. What do you think about
I think that's a very comparable trade of Michael Parsons because he's a superstar.
Correct.
But maybe behind the scenes might be a little temperamental, little diva-ish,
Okay.
ED.
So it's part of that, too.
Yeah.
Dickerson was maybe been a little bit of a
nothing
diva.
to do with being a player.
Correct, but a diva.
Or, I mean, if I'm not saying he's an NFL diva, but what I'm trying to say is that the Colts, he fit being in L.A. with the Rams better than he fit being in Indianapolis with the Colts.
Fair enough.
Okay.
One you already talked about. Vikings bet the franchise on Herschel Walker.
That's the worst trade of all time. Unless there's something I don't know. That's the worst trade of all time.
I got 2 more.
But what it did, though, for my own benefit, when the Vikings acquired me and the Vikings had decided to make me their featured receiver, they couldn't replace me because they ain't had no draft picks.
See, you had a lot of leverage.
Bruh.
You had a lot of leverage. Bruh.
Hey, bruh.
You can't get nobody else.
No.
No, I'm here.
So my whole leverage with them was totally different. And I knew what they was paying Herschel, and I knew I was better than him. I was so happy to see him could be at work every day. I hope he don't get sick. I hope nothing happen to him. Because I'm definitely getting ready to make more money than him.
Because they set the bar there.
Yes.
They can't undo that.
No.
Nuh-uh.
I was so happy. It was so happy to see him skipping into the locker room every day. Oh, my goodness. That dude's going to make me rich. Uh-oh.
What is that noise?
The DJ.
What's that noise, Drew? It just turned on? Magically? We'll still keep rolling. Sorry about that. That's just weird.
The ghost in Sean Mike's house.
Nah, they ain't coming here no better than that. Oh, thing got turned on. You were screaming so much about the trade. It turned on.
Yeah.
Google did all right.
We're still talking about money.
We're still
singing.
Google. They were listening the whole time.
Start singing.
All right, here's number 2. 49ers bet big on mystery quarterback. The 49ers' choice to trade a massive set of picks to move up in the 2021 draft without even knowing which quarterback would be available was jaw-dropping. San Francisco made a move up from 12 to 3rd overall roughly a month before the draft. They did it by sending the 12th pick, 2021 third-round pick, first-round picks in 22 and 23 to the Miami Dolphins to move from 12 to 3. Yes, Miami got more back for an unknown draft pick than the Cowboys just received for Parsons. And San Francisco's target truly was a mystery. They ended up settling on North Dakota State's Trey Lance, but there was plenty of smoke around Alabama's Mac Jones. That's a nod.
Man, that's close.
Okay.
That's close to being a stink bomb like the Herschel Walker thing because Trey Lance will never be a player.
Correct.
Now, Herschel Walker did some good things in pro football, not superstar status, not Hall of Fame status, but he made a couple Pro Bowls. Yeah, the Trey Lance thing, it's right up there.
Here's your number 1. Saints trade entire draft class for an unproven running back. This is it, history buffs. If you haven't guessed by now, Unlike other teams that traded up for unknown prospects, the Saints gave up an enormous amount of draft capital in exchange for a running back, Ricky Williams, who was proven at the college level but untested in the NFL. Even in 99, the NFL was a quarterback-driven league. Seeing a team go all in on a running back, even the reigning Heisman Trophy winner was stunning. Williams wasn't even the first running back off the board either. Edgerrin James was. What are your thoughts on the Ricky Williams Saints?
Now
that's their worst ever.
To me, Ricky Williams is a better football player than Herschel Walker.
Okay.
All right. Now, I was on the Dolphins my last year. Ricky Williams almost rushed for 2,000 yards. So I played with Ricky Williams and Herschel Walker. Ricky Williams is a better football player than Herschel Walker.
So why did Ricky Williams never put up big numbers?
Ricky struggled off the field. Social anxiety disorder, a number of real things. The marijuana smoking that now they got right.
How was he when you taught them? How was he when you hung out with him?
No, man, Ricky was cool. Man, Ricky was cool. Man, if they would just allow him to smoke a half a joint every 2 or 3 hours, man, he's straight.
If he playing now, if Ricky Williams was playing today.
Oh, Ricky Williams, he's Derrick Henry.
Whoa.
Man, Ricky Williams is a bad dude now.
I know, dude.
Bruh.
Derrick
And
Henry's a bad dude. I know. I'm not. I'm just. I'm trying to compute it.
His speed, his explosiveness, the body he had, that big body, and man, he could run. Man, great guy too, man. Great guy. It's just that systems make players, and a lot of times, man, you go to the wrong spot at the wrong time. Like, that's why you got to be in the right spot. But he had real issues off the field that stopped him from reaching his peak.
That's too bad.
And like, in today's modern medicine, and today with more than half the states with marijuana being legal, man, Ricky Williams is a uber superstar.
Damn.
Like, he is a uber superstar, and he's selling weed, edibles, gummies, and everything.
He's before his time, bro.
Everything.
He's before his time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he got a vape pen at halftime. Hey, with an advertise on it. Hey, man, get one of these. It'll get you right.
And I feel bad, dude.
Ricky Williams is a bad dude. Ricky Williams,
seen that.
From Cris Carter, bro.
You bad
Ricky
dude.
Williams, hey, respect.
All right, comments. Do it, 4109. It's a joke to think it's collusion. Sanders had issues in college processing, holding on to the ball for too long, winning against good teams. Gabriel won many games.
Even if they did have a problem processing, guess what, NFL? Guess what they do? They draft those dudes every year.
Correct.
They draft Mac Jones. They draft those
correct.
guys. They drafted Tim Tebow.
Correct.
In the first round.
Correct.
Even if that was true, they don't let a guy slip to the fifth round. So you're correct but wrong.
Correct.
And you could be right but wrong.
Both. And then Gabriel won many games against good teams. Processes quickly. I don't know about his resume.
Okay, let me tell you what he processes. He was pretty good at UCF. Mm-hmm. Transfer portal open. He left. He went to Oklahoma.
Correct.
Guess what? Played pretty good there too. Processing. Then went to Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has an outstanding resume, but dude is 5'10" at best. Mm-hmm. Everything shrinks when it's cold. Cleveland is in the cold. He's going to be about 5'6" by the end of the season. Like, real talk, his height will be a problem. He does not have the mechanics of Russell Wilson. He does not have the mechanics of Drew Brees or the overall arm strength. Mm-hmm. All right? So this is not a Shedeur, Dillon Gabriel thing. This is a Dillon Gabriel honoring him and analyzing his overall ability and what it looks like matched up against NFL talent.
All right, so maybe a couple more on this. We'll move past Shedeur and Gabriel and the Browns, but the next one is Marcus Robinson lived for love. I don't really care one way or the other, but if the league, in parentheses, which is made up solely of the owners and not the league office, could make sure Kaepernick would never play again, why couldn't they make sure a kid doesn't get drafted or gets drafted late? So even if it's not true to say it's impossible, is not fair or realistic.
Well, it's easy because the conversation from a national standpoint was surrounding the flag. Mm-hmm. And Colin Kaepernick had thought that he had gone to a Green Beret, former NFL guy, and asked him, hey, I'm getting ready to do this because I see the inequalities. How should I do it? And the guy recommended that he do it that way. So, which in turn, it got a lot of people in an uproar on the field, off the field, but more the owners. And the owners made a stance about the flag and going to stay together. They didn't make a stance that they were not going to have Kaepernick.
Correct.
But the longer it went on, and with the national pressure, it was not a good situation for Kaepernick. But also, Kaepernick's fundamentals as a football player were not good. So even if he had a tryout, there was only probably a couple handful of teams that had a system that he could play in and flourish. And Coach Harbaugh was not coaching in the pros anymore.
Correct.
His coach was coaching at college in Michigan. Now, if he could have just waited and saw into the future and saw that, hey, the police going to be looking for him down there in Michigan, and he's going to run off back to Los Angeles to the Chargers because the Popo are looking for him.
He didn't have a crystal ball to see that.
No, he's going to throw away his cell phone.
Popo was looking for
the Popo.
I can't.
5-0, man. Popo, both good names for the police.
You can't make that up. All right.
When they come for you,
running
they
from the
come
Popo.
for you.
Allen overlords now. Gabriel's a far better prospect than Shedeur. Shedeur has several bad habits and appears to be uncoachable. He can't learn and doesn't improve. He still has all the same problems he had in college. Gabriel is a fast learner and very coachable, and he's capable of excellent quarterback play.
Okay, first of all, stop making stuff up.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not going to come on my podcast and just lie to me. And what information do you have from any scouting service coaches that says that Dillon Gabriel is a good processor? Because I watched him in the semifinals last year against Ohio State, and what they did to him, he didn't look like no good processor to me.
Right.
With all kind of NFL talent, the number one team ranked in the country, they got swept with a broom.
Correct.
Okay, so stop that. And where have you heard that Shedeur is not a good processor? It's the other way. Shedeur is a good processor. He looked that way, processing things in the pocket. Now, does he hold on to the ball and take sacks and stuff too much? Yes. But guess what? The number one draft pick from last year's draft, that's what he did in Chicago, and that's what he struggled. Mm-hmm. But those are real traits. Those are real analysis. Those are real things that guys have to overcome. Don't be just coming here and just making up stuff. Oh, he's a better processor.
That is not true.
You ain't going to do that to me.
Ain't gonna happen.
And where did you get that information from? Like you need to be able to prove.
He's got to give you a source.
This is college, man.
You got to give him a source.
You can't plagiarize. You can't make stuff up, and you can't use ChatGPT. Okay?
No.
All right? You got to be a little bit better than that. You just can't be, man, like it's my guy Andrew. Andrew's 6'6". Andrew's not 6'6". Behind the camera, he might look 6'6", but he's just regular fucking height. Okay?
Yeah, that's right.
Right, just regular height.
Yeah.
And there's
you
nothing
call
wrong
him
with
out
that.
on it. No. Nothing wrong
But
being regular.
Make stuff up.
Nothing wrong being regular height.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Andrew's jacked, man. He's 6'6", man.
235. 255
Body
ripped.
fat, 5%.
4.640. AK Preacher 1.
Yeah, 37 yards. He can.
Hey, AK Preacher 1. Hey, fellas. Uncle Tony in the house. Yeah, Uncle
Let's
Tony.
go.
It's our guy. Y'all have the greatest chemistry of any podcast out right now. Keep it going, fellas. Question for Chris. Do the Steelers' offense, i.e. receiving core, have enough to make a deep playoff run?
No.
Okay.
No. And they're not a dominant running team. They're not a dominant passing team. No. The weapons that Aaron Rodgers has they're middle of the pack as far as NFL. Now, DK Metcalf is special. But DK Metcalf hadn't put together a 1,400-yard season, 15 touchdowns. Like, he hadn't been that guy. Mm-hmm. He hadn't been a volume guy. But can he bring this receiving core to better heights than what they have been, more consistent? Yes, but they don't have the groceries that other teams have in the league. It's at least 10 teams that got a better tight end, better X, better Z receiver than at least.
Okay, there's your answer, Uncle Tony. All right, Tim Huck. God, I'm going to make it quick. 7289. He wrote a paragraph or two. It's an entertainment product. They tell you every broadcast. They rub it in your face. The Tuck rule, deflate gate, just Tom Brady in general, tush push, Taylor Swift, 2 Super Bowls for Eli, asking what is a catch. Every year, boys, how much proof do you need? I still like wrestling. I just don't confuse it to be a real sport. None of it stands up to scrutiny. Patriots were the cheatingest team during their Super Bowl run. They had the weakest division and a coach who epitomizes the ends justifies the means. They have real athletes making incredible displays of athleticism every game, but don't confuse that with it being real. Al Davis knew this, okay? Jerry Jones also knows this. Micah Parsons knows this, and now you know it. Maybe in Green Bay they'll call more of the blatant holding by whoever has to block Micah, but I doubt it. So now the NFL is the WWE.
Damn. It just really,
Hold on a minute. I'm going to cover up before you say something.
No, it really just shows you that. I got this from Deion Sanders. Deion says, everyone has their own reality. Even me. Like, my reality is different than other people. I was like, wow, coming from a guy that really puts it out there, yeah, I respect that. In all my years, 5 decades being involved with the NFL, I have never heard the NFL compared to wrestling. And this is what I'm going to show you. Let's take $10,000 in week number 1.
Okay.
And since it's so fake, because in wrestling, you can pick the winner.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take 10 stacks the first week, and then you tell me who's going to win. No, this guy.
Yeah, this guy. Okay. Tim Huck, 7289.
Yeah, and then you tell me, because it's fake.
Yeah.
Who's going to win,
So he should know every week if it's fake who's going to win.
Because I know who's going to win in wrestling. Mm-hmm. Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Put your money down. Oh, you can't bet on wrestling. Oh.
Because it's not real.
Oh, you can't bet on
but
wrestling.
But ain't nobody gets more money betting than the NFL.
The NFL is the realest thing. Now, you might not like the result.
Tim also might be smoking a lot.
But go to Ricky Williams. He'll get you on a better strand. You won't be delusional. All right? Ricky's an expert in that subject.
He's fired up. So, But thank you, Tim.
We appreciate it.
For the little bit of delusion of grandeur. Luther Vandross. I don't know what this one, maybe you can help me. Luther Vandross. Sean, Cleveland Browns. CC, no, LOL.
Wait, say that again?
He put my name, Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
And then put CC, below it, no. And then LOL. Do we know? We need to figure out which episode and comment they make it to, so we do better. Because that might be on us, Luther. But I just don't remember what last episode. I don't know what we've been talking about. All right, we have to put a pin in that one.
No problem. Or
we don't know what you mean.
That dude needs an interpreter with everything talking or typing. Give me an interpreter. All right,
but tell me what's your interpreter. Hey, he was quick though. One couple paragraphs.
Okay, cool.
Bama Dondon 0495. Sorry, men. I haven't seen the last couple of episodes. I've been out of time.
What?
Hold on, I'm trying to read it. It's not his fault, it's mine. I've been out of town laying pipe. And no, not the good kind, LOL. I'm a gas pipe welder and fitter, and I've been working my ass off. I hate that I've missed the last couple episodes in real time, but I'm all caught up now. Can't tell you guys how absolutely serious I am when I tell you that this is one of the most underrated shows out there, and I enjoy every single episode. I'm glad that I'm back home and all caught up and back in my regular routine just in time for the season to kick off. Both you guys never stop doing what you do, never stop being you, and never stop bringing the great content. Stay blessed. Well, thank you, bro.
No, absolutely.
Appreciate
That's
you, man.
amazing.
It is amazing.
Let me tell you something, man. I hope you get a king's ransom for laying pipe. I mean, what a great introduction. The dude goes to the bank and be like, hey, what do you do for a living? I lay pipe. Like, really? Like, what do you do?
There was no chance. There was no chance you weren't going to comment.
No, seriously.
On that.
How many people you think that dude? Because people ask you all the time, "Hey man, what do you do?" I catch footballs. I own my own business. I lay pipe. Not like that's never. I thought I was laying some pipe, but I never told nobody. So okay, all right, I'm with you, homie.
CC is definitely.
And they make good money laying pipe too.
Definitely with you, bro.
Yes.
And the man above is with you. He commented on your comment.
And you can talk to people because it's legitimate. It's like I work in the bank. Hey, I sell insurance.
He gets to say it, then wait for the pause, and then go, yeah, this kind. So,
right.
See, you might meet him in a year, and he'll be telling you what I do for a living. I lay pipe.
But
right.
I'm under a doctor's care, and I lay pipe. No, that's a combination.
I can't, and it's not court ordered. The man above. This comment got me. Appreciate the laugh, brother. I'm with you on the show being dope. I just learned about it recently. Walden Parker, 1161. Jerry Jones needs to hire a general manager to make personnel decisions. He needs to remove his ego. But you're 100% sure it's never going to happen.
Go back to, if you want to watch some entertainment, watch Netflix Story on the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
So many people have been telling me about it and everything. But episode 1, at the press conference, when he buys the Cowboys, he looks at the long-term general manager because the guy asked him, hey, what are you going to do? He said, I want his job. Now, he's the owner already. He tells the general manager, I want his job. And there hadn't been a day since that day happened that he has not been, I'm the damn general manager. That's what he always wanted to run. Yeah. That's why he got rid of Tom Landry, because he couldn't do that with Tom Landry. That's why he got rid of Jimmy Johnson, because he couldn't do that with him being there. So now, since he cleared, and Bill Parcells, he tried that. The reason why he got rid of him, because Bill would not let him do that. So ever since then, there's not a day, a decision that goes by that Jerry is doing that, man. That's what he's letting us. That's what I want to do. He told us on the first day. My wife has this amazing thing, and it's hard not to apply it to your life. She said, man, when people show you who they are, believe them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll give them 2 or 3 chances. And then they keep telling you exactly who they are. That's who Jerry is, man. We don't want to believe him.
He's consistent. He ain't changing.
Since the first day.
Not at 82.
That's the job I want.
That's a press conference. Jarrell Brown, 2994. I love the podcast, guys. Keep up the great work. Kobe or LeBron?
I'm just going to do this for the sake of this show. I'm going to say LeBron. Because I know LeBron got mad at Stephen A. for putting him behind Jordan. He might take away my Ohio residency if I put him behind Kobe. So what he has done will stand against anyone, but I couldn't be mad at a list that goes Jordan, LeBron, Kobe. Like, I don't think that's any disrespect. Like, that is.
Okay. My Ohio.
Yeah, he might.
I can't.
He might deport me, man.
Wes D. Smith, 817. The AFC West has 3 playoff teams this year, but the disrespect of the Chargers in the AFC West and the elevation of the Broncos over them is wild, but that's why they play the games.
Well, let me tell you something. In the pro ranks, people have more respect for Sean Payton and what he can do than they do for Harbaugh and what he can do.
Okay.
That's one of the factors. All right? The other factor is the Denver Broncos, they might have the best defense in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And the Chargers don't.
And the quarterback can play.
All right? And the Chargers had awful special teams for years. So, no, this is no hate. Like, people in the football business, they like Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Sean Payton said this year at training camp, he thought he had a Super Bowl team. Do you think Harbaugh is telling the Chargers that?
No.
Do you think the Chargers think they're a Super Bowl team?
No.
But Sean Payton is telling the Broncos that.
They might believe it.
The Broncos have a better home field advantage than the Chargers. The Chargers sell out because people come to L.A., just like the Raiders, to be able to see the team. So every other game, the home team, I mean, they don't have an advantage to the visiting team. Mm-hmm. Man, you go to Mile High, bro, you got problems. Not only the altitude, but the crowd, smart crowd. So when you're talking about playoffs, you're talking about small things like that, those are the advantages that I give the Denver Broncos, and Sean Payton is probably the main reason why I give that. A lot of respect for him.
I'm going to tell you something. You ain't never been to Denver and sat where I sit when I go to Denver because it's in the stands, okay? And the Broncos, I haven't been in a couple years. So if this changed, I haven't been in 4 years. But I used to go every year, a couple games every year. I remember the first time I got there, I was like, I got front row seats. They must be good seats. I probably got a good seat. I probably got a comfortable seat. I probably got like what I got in Miami, like a lazy boy. No, I got a bench. I got a straight just bench, like you at a high school football game. Hey, A7 is your seat. And I looked at the guy next to me. I was like, you all sell out every game? He's like, yeah, every game. I'm like, and we sit this like, he's like, just like this. That's how we do it here.
Yeah.
Those dudes are committed.
Yes.
There is no L.A. There's no, the weather ain't good. They are committed.
They don't care.
Them fans are committed. And I've seen some good. The good news about them fights there is that it's cold. So when you get hit, it's hard, probably don't feel it, but they're slobbing all over each other and sliding. But last time when I watched, I think it was a Dolphins.
Great fan base.
They are rabid. And, dude, it's the third quarter. I've been out to go take more. My son was real young. And I'm like looking at him going, dude, it's like 5 degrees. Like, are you thinking about going soon? Like how you, and he's not. He's fired up, dude.
Right.
He's like, we're going to watch the game,
right,
and the end of the game, and the end of the game.
Yep, and then listen to the radio on the way home.
Correct. And I'm still there. I'm like, well, ain't nobody left. Ain't nobody gone anywhere, no matter what the score is. So definitely, I'm telling you, man, I got all the respect in the world for the Broncos fans. Haven't been to a lot of games there. All right, Barron Wellington. You guys are the best. You Miami alum. Back from the 2021 season, McGahee and Sean Taylor are my favorites. Can you give more thoughts on Miami this year? It's been so hard as a hurricane to watch and expect the same from that time period. What do you think of the team today and the future of the Miami Hurricanes?
I think their future is looking up. I like the ACC this year. If you look at Miami, Florida State, Clemson, they ain't getting one team in this year. And then remember what they did to Florida State 2 years ago with Alabama, putting Alabama in there where they were undefeated. The ACC is going to be a battle. Miami's done a good job with NIL. Cristobal's done a good job, especially having marquee quarterbacks. getting back to not go pro and leave Georgia and then come to Miami for a year. He is a marquee. He could be the best quarterback in college football.
Yeah.
They got a young receiving core that's going to make a lot of plays and continue to get better. But Miami is they got real money down there too. They got some guys making some real money. So NIL has really, really helped them, and how they managed it has really helped them. I think last year's team was maybe 2 or 3 players short. And Cam was trying to do it all by himself. The receiving core, I think they lost their top 5 receivers. So now Beck, what can he do with the group that they do have?
And he's got some receivers.
Yes.
That kid with that one-handed catch, he's from Liberty too, I think. Like, they got some dudes.
Yeah, that was a good transfer. Then they got a kid out of American Heritage, number 10.
Yeah.
The slot guy.
You're a freshman?
Dude, 17 years old.
He's a grown man.
He went up in class to leave.
Did you see some of those routes he ran and tried to cover?
I was watching the game. I had to go back and look at his high school stuff, bro. When he was a high school freshman, he was starting on the varsity, the American Heritage. He caught like 35 passes. As a sophomore, he caught like 50. He reclassified. I'm too good for this.
I got to move up. Not to
small,
stay back.
But I'm too good for this.
I got to get paid.
And Heritage has some real football players there. Right down the street from St. Thomas. Like they put a bunch of people in the pros, high level, and they've been doing it for a while there. So to see him emerge, yes, the Hurricanes, they are back.
Okay.
Like they got a good roster.
All right.
And defensively, I think this might be as good as they've been in a long time, especially on the front.
So feel good about them, Barron.
Yes.
Last question. Chris Johnson, 40-39. I know CC is high on Minnesota, especially on the defensive side. Does he think the Vikings have closed the gap with Philly and Detroit now with a healthy J.J. McCarthy at quarterback?
I think that what we did this offseason as far as offense and defensive line, and then we signed some of our key players, eventually the Vikings have to develop a quarterback in J.J. McCarthy. Like you can't keep getting guys like Kirk Cousins, Darnold. Like you eventually got to draft a guy. And in those first 4 or 5 years, that contract, that's going to be your window to be able to win. They got a lot of players making a lot of money, but I thought that they had closed the gap on Philly. And it's not only – see, when you're trying to get better, it's okay. We kept Brian Flores as a defensive coordinator. We've added some muscle to the defensive front. Okay, all right. Now, Philly lost some stuff. So to me, Philly's not as good as they were last year. Detroit to me is the surprise team that no one's given the type of attention. They had 20 players on injured reserve last year. Now, we've seen teams struggle when they lose the offense and defensive coordinator, but they had 20 players on injured reserve, and their physicality is real. I didn't like the playoff loss and the way they lost it, but I do believe Detroit's going to come back, and I do believe Detroit will be the surprise in the NFL. Detroit in the NFC, and Denver Broncos in the AFC.
Surprise teams.
Yes, surprise teams. Both of them can go to the Super Bowl.
All right. What a Super Bowl that would be. Well, on that note, we're out. We love you, appreciate you. Hey, football season starts Thursday night, so we will be live. You have to subscribe to get the notification. So if you just subscribe to the Fully Loaded page, channel, watch it, we'll hit you up. You'll hear Cris Carter talk live, during, before, whatever we situate, whether it's Thursday, Sunday, Monday, but every week we'll go live once, and we'll continue to drop the pod every Monday night. So appreciate y'all. Chris, you the man. Thanks, dude.
Great stuff.